Welcome back to Living Local. Every year, millions of Americans face life-interrupting challenges like substance abuse, trauma, or a psychiatric diagnosis. One local nonprofit offers a space for these folks to find hope, wellness, and recovery. Joining us in studio today, we have Todd Nowak. He is the Executive Director of Life Connections Peer Recovery Services. Todd, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So tell us about the history behind Life Connections. How did it all get started?
Sure. So Life Connections was actually a sole propriety in the beginning. I was running a business training peer support specialist in the state of Iowa. And when I seen that we needed more community integration, and I stopped doing the training, I sought out some board members and built a nonprofit to open up Iowa's first peer-run respite house. That was the goal.
And Todd, who is Life Connections for? Who do you serve?
It is for everybody, 18 and above. We unfortunately can't help with children. There's a different level there. But anybody 18 and above, for anything. It could be a loss in the family, a loss of a job. It could be isolation, whatever.
Wow, so just a wide variety of life circumstances. You are there for those people. Yeah. And now a foundational element of your organization is peer support. What is that exactly? Yeah, that's still new in Iowa. Actually, Illinois is a little bigger with that. But peer support is a evidence-based practice that has been checked out by SAMHSA, the federal government, and it's people that have lived experience helping another person that doesn't know where the road to recovery can start, right? Like for me, I had no idea. I thought hope was not there. And I found hope in an inpatient hospital, of all places. Wow. Now, I know a lot of folks out there, let's say they go through a life-altering situation. Maybe they go to a counselor or to a therapist. How is peer support different than that?
Sure. And all of them are needed. Everything is needed, plus peer support. So the way it's a little different is when you go to a therapist or a psychiatrist, you have so much time that you have available. After that, I mean, they're there to help with the meds, make sure they're okay. Have you been keeping up with your treatment plan? We focus on the recovery model. And the recovery model is showing them paths that they can go down, right? Helping them with housing. We walk with them. We don't walk for them. We give them the tools that they need, and then they build it. It's them. It's their recovery, and they need to be rewarded for the little steps that they take.
And obviously, peer specialists play a huge part in all of this. What exactly is their role?
So it's whatever is needed. In my organization, my staff at the respite house will help people with housing. They'll just sit there and listen. That's the biggest thing. We listen, right? And God gave us 2 ears for a reason,
right?
And 1 mouth.
Yeah.
And we do share our story. We share, and that's what's really enlightening, right? People are really happy when they hear, oh my gosh, this person that is in this role that I thought might be better than me, they're not. They're the same as I am. They've been down this road. You know, I have one really good story, but all my staff do. And it's about that road to recovery.
Wow. Now, what kind of outcomes have you achieved through peer support?
I'll give you one incident at the respite house. There was a person from Iowa that had used the hospital inpatient unit 6 times in 1 year. Since coming to Rhonda's house, they have come back one more time, called for support, and have not had to use the hospital at all. Because that's so much more expensive, and the outcome is not as good as being with the person that has been there.
What is it about peer support that you feel generates these successful outcomes?
It's the engagement and the relationship building, the trust, the honesty, the integrity. You know, a good peer support specialist walks with all them, but really it's just sharing them pieces of your story that can inspire that person that something is possible, right? I was told I had a disability when I was going through my back surgeries. And I found that I don't. I have an ability, and I've done a lot with that ability.
Absolutely. Todd, so Life Connections clearly is a very valuable resource in our community. How is it funded?
So initially being a peer-run nonprofit, that is very ironic with states. Some states really recognize that. Iowa is starting to, and we're right now funded majority from the Eastern Iowa crisis region. So you have the 5 counties, Clinton, Scott, Jackson, Cedar, Muscatine. So the region there sees the need and has been impressed with the number of people that we've served and the outcomes of them people. So they see the region funding, but there's other pieces, right? I'm often asked, who funds this? And I said, it should be you. It should be your neighbor. It should be your employer, your employee. You give $1 to an organization like this, imagine the difference in people's lives.
Todd, in what ways can folks get involved with Life Connections?
So, you know, we're always looking for people that would like to be part of our committees, our fundraising committee, other committees that we're building right now. We do have a couple spots for board members, but volunteering as well. If you're a person in recovery and you're doing well and you just want to give back during this isolation time, hey, give us a call. I've got 4 volunteers that work on a support line to help others. We're willing to train more volunteers. And maybe if we have a job opening later, even offer them a job.
Todd, thank you so much for what you're doing to offer these services to folks in our community who need it, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
If you'd like some more information, you can go to lifeconnectionsrecovery.org. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.